Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla News, episode 291. Tesla has expanded their Robotaxi service to highways, and we got some more information about the safety riders, and we had the US Secretary of Energy making a fool of himself, and Mary Barra is selling a lot of her shares in GM, and it seems like Tesla might be heading for an all-time high in deliveries here in Q3. And we got a new video about Tesla's Optimus robot this week. And we have some more reviews coming out of Australia about Tesla's full self-driving supervised, and they are impressed. And Tesla's Robotaxi app has become the #1 app in the Apple App Store. Maybe a sign of things to come. And the new study proves that EVs are always cleaner than gas car. What a surprise. All of this and much more in today's episode. Let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
Tesla has expanded their Robotaxi service to highways, and we got some information about their safety riders. We got some news about Tesla's safety driver in the Robotaxi, as Omar firstly posted this. New regulations for autonomous vehicles in Texas took effect on September the 1st. This is probably why Tesla's Robotaxi service has started operating on highways and moved the human supervisor from the front passenger seat to the driver's seat. Questions for people who might be more familiar. Are all rides in Austin now seating the safety monitor in the driver's seat, and has Tesla obtained all the permits they need from Texas to operate without a driver? And Tesla's Robotaxi account actually replied to Omar and wrote, "Safety monitors are only in the driver's seat for trips that involve highway driving as a self-imposed caution first step towards expanding to highways." And Elon also posted, "The safety driver is just there for the first few months to be extra safe. Should be no safety driver by the end of the year." So yes, as Elon and Tesla has explained even before the launch of the Robotaxi service, they would be super careful. They were being paranoid about safety. And with good reasons. If something goes wrong, they will be slaughtered in the mainstream media. So of course, when Tesla starts driving highway speed instead of city driving, the danger suddenly gets real. In the city, they would mostly get a little fender bender, but at highway speed, it can go extremely wrong. Just look at this human driver that thinks he can text and drive. Yeah, he's just lucky he didn't kill anyone. This is at least something that AI driving our cars will never do. But it can go very wrong at highway speed, so of course Tesla will be extra careful when they add highways to the mix. But of course the haters will hate. Look, they have a safety driver. Yes, but at least Tesla is now expanding to highways less than 3 months after they launched their Robotaxi service. Waymo still have to expand their service to highways after 7 years of operating their Robotaxi fleet, just to put things into a little perspective, which the haters usually forgets. And Tesla has opened up the Robotaxi service to all now, of course with waitlists to control how many customers versus Robotaxis they have, but the Robotaxi app has shot straight up to the most downloaded travel app on the market. So I guess that people didn't mind downloading a new app, as some analysts suggested it would be. As Brad from Ark Invest also wrote, Tesla's Robotaxi app is probably doing more than 2 million downloads on US iOS today, more than Uber has ever done in any given month, and more than Waymo has done in any rolling 9. Tesla's Robotaxi app is out-indexing Waymo's best single iOS download by 40 times. Yes, the argument that an app would ever become a bottleneck for Tesla's Robotaxi service was just ridiculous from day one. But Tesla is expanding fast, as Tesla Robotaxi account also shared with this post from Nick Harris. My Tesla Robotaxi access was immediately granted after joining the waitlist tonight. Let's go. And Phil also shared Robotaxi is live, San Jose, $23 versus Uber's $37 for a ride to a downtown coffee shop. But we also saw that Tesla expand Robotaxi app availability to Canada. This is about to take off. And we had the US Secretary of Energy making a fool of himself. As he wrote on X, even if you wrap the entire planet in solar panels, you would only be producing 20% of global energy. Oh my God. One of the biggest mistakes politicians can make is equating electricity with energy. Oh my God. I really don't hope he is this stupid, because spreading such lies is just a national embarrassment. He even got community noted on his post, of course, as you cannot spread these kind of lies anymore on X. As the note said, the entire world's electricity need would be met by solar farm covering just 1 to 2% of the Sahara Desert, roughly the size of Portugal. Yep, this is just straight up embarrassing. And Ricky from 2-Bit Da Vinci also wrote, America just built the first underground energy bunker that can power entire towns when the sun goes down. Here's why this changes everything. This massive battery storage facility in California stores clean energy during the day and releases it at night, essentially solving the biggest problem with renewable power: what happens when the wind stops blowing and the sun stops shining. The underground design protected from extreme weather while maximizing space efficiency. The bunker can store enough electricity to power thousands of homes for hours, proving that we can have reliable clean energy 24/7. This isn't just about keeping the lights on, it's about proving that fossil fuel backup plants are becoming obsolete. We are witnessing the birth of a truly resilient clean energy infrastructure that works around the clock. And as Brian from Future ASA also wrote to Ricky's post, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the thing our energy secretary says will never exist. It already does. Yes, how the hell did he get the post of Secretary of Energy when he knows this little about energy generation? And Mary Barra is selling a lot of her shares in GM, and they are once again cutting back on their expectation in EV sales. So GM CEO Mary Barra has sold 40% of her holding in GM's stock, offloading 372,024 shares last month of August 28, 2025, netting her about $22 million according to a new filing. So you all remember this, right?
Do you think that you can catch Tesla by 2025?
Absolutely, Phil.
Well, now it is 2025 and Tesla still holds about 50% of the market share in the US, while GM owns 15%. And the race is not even close. It's like watching Michael Jordan play with a 10-year-old kid. And now when everyone can see all that talk from Mary didn't happen, just as we said it wouldn't back in 2021, she is now dumping her shares. I guess that is just a coincidence, because why would she sell almost half her stock in a company if she knew they were about to go to the moon with their EV sales and their robotaxis and whatever, and show the world they are the leaders in the EV race, as Mary proclaimed all the way back in 2021. But to be fair, so did the US president.
Change the whole story, Mary, wherever you are. There you are. You did, Mary. You electrified the entire automobile industry. I'm serious. You led, and it matters.
And this is how the race looked in Q2 2025. Not much of a race at all. Well, I guess Mary sold her stock because she just needed some money, right? As it's not like she has been paid over $20 million a year, right? Oh, she has. Okay. Oh well, she probably spent all that money on GM, getting them through 2023, the breakout year for GM, or 2024, the year of execution, as she called it. Well, whatever the reason is, it's probably nothing. But just imagine if that had been Elon Musk. The mainstream media would have pulled him to pieces for selling 40% of his Tesla share. But you can be certain that Elon is not going to sell his Tesla share, as Tesla's valuation is going to the moon over the next few years. But Nick also reminded us all who is actually getting paid most of the US automotive CEO of 2024. Mary Barra got almost $30 million last year. Jim Farley got $27 million, Stellantis former CEO Carlos Tavares got $24 million, Rivian's RJ scored $40 million, and Tesla CEO Elon Musk got $0. But maybe Mary is selling her shares because they never became the leader in the EVs, and GM is instead cutting output at one of its main electric vehicle factories due to lower demand. GM will stop production of the Cadillac Lyriq and Vistic in Tennessee during the month of December. GM also plans to significantly cut production of those vehicles during the first 5 months of 2026 by temporarily laying off one of its 2 shifts of workers. The company will additionally shut the plants for 1 week in October and November. The automaker is also planning to indefinitely delay the start of the second shift at an assembly plant near Kansas City, which is slated to begin production of the new Chevy Bolt EV later this year. But they of course do blame a low EV demand. But it sounds a bit hollow since Tesla sells a lot more EVs than GM does. But low demand for GM's EVs would be the right term they should use, but of course they will never do that. As always, they just blame the market. And it seems like Tesla is heading for an all-time high in deliveries here in Q3. Who saw that coming? Well, not the Tesla haters anyway. Well, this might be a bit overly optimistic, of course, but it seems like some in the market are thinking that Tesla will have their best quarter ever here in Q3, as Guiley shared. Prediction markets are expecting Tesla to deliver 501,000 vehicles in Q3. That would be their best quarter ever. That is again Kalshi that has raised their delivery target once again. Now just over that 500,000 milestone. So the whole notion that Tesla sales are collapsing will become yet another talking point from the Tesla haters that Tesla has chewed up and spit out. As that argument will completely fall apart if Tesla has their best quarter ever in Q3. Actually, if they're just growing from Q2, it will still fall apart. But we of course don't know. Kelshi could of course be way off. We have to wait and see. I personally think it's a bit too high, as Tesla is not back completely with the same production rate as last year before the refreshed Model Y, and inventory not back to the same levels as before. So I find it hard to see how they should get all the way up there to an all-time high. But I have not done any research on it, so I don't know. So we have to wait and see if Tesla can do it. But Tesla does see some strong demand many places around the world. As I also showed in my Overflow News show, Tesla did sell 83,192 vehicles in August in China. But just so people get this, that is the highest sales numbers for wholesales in 2025 for Tesla. So remember how Fred Lambert was out saying that Tesla sales were collapsing in China and was only going to get worse, and then the complete opposite happens. Quite embarrassing. And Tesla Chan also reported that Tesla China's Model Y L has been selling very well. Since its launch, it has received around 120,000 orders, and 10,000 orders are received every day. In a new interview with Tesla Beijing salesperson, holy shit, this beast is really becoming a huge success in China. I really hope they will export a few of them here to Europe, because I would also really like one. And now the Model Y Performance is also out in Europe, but Tesla also shared that you could now meet the new Model Y Performance, now available to order in Australia and New Zealand as well. So that's nice. So it really seems like Tesla is having great momentum momentum in many places. The only place I see some real collapse in sales for Tesla has been Germany. So that might be the only place that some real brand damage could actually be a thing. But let's see if Tesla can turn that around, as it otherwise looks very promising around the world and might even be heading for a new sales record for Q3. Just look at Japan, the world's third biggest car market. Tesla is up year to date 87%. The BEV market in Japan is not very big just yet, just at 1.7%, but Tesla sits on 37.1% of that segment. So not bad at all. And we got a new video about the Tesla Optimus robot this week. Salesforce CEO Mark talked with a golden Tesla Optimus robot with Croc installed, as he wrote, Elon's Tesla Optimus here, dawn of the physical agent force revolution. Tackling human work for $200,000 to $500,000. Productivity game changer. Congrats Elon and thanks for always being so kind to me. And this was his video.
Hey Optimus, what are you doing there?
Just chilling, ready to help.
Hey Optimus, do you know where I can get a Coke?
Sorry, I don't have real-time info, but I can take you to the kitchen if you want to check for a Coke there.
Oh yeah,
Let
that'd
me
be
know where you
great.
go.
Yes, let's do that. Let's go.
Awesome. Let's head to the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay, go.
I think we need to give it a bit more room. Right now, it's kind of paranoid about space. And I'll be able to walk a lot faster too.
And some people are getting super hyped about those hands, and others are disappointed with the robot. So I thought I would just give my thoughts on the matter, because I just think this is a prototype that is walking around the office with Grok's user interface to test it out, and that's it. The hands look like mannequin hands to me. As you can see in this close-up, there is nails and wrinkles and everything. I don't think Tesla's robot will have that. I think this is a prototype that is only for communication and can't use its hands at all. So I don't think we should get too excited about this specific robot. And then we have a lot of people that saying they are disappointed, also because Figure just released this new video of its robot doing some really cool stuff. Just check this one out. And this does look very cool and an impressive demo, but keep in mind that is what it is, a demo. So not to take anything away from Figure's demonstration here, but this is of course planned and staged and filmed with a professional team. Tesla's Optimus was a guy with a phone just randomly talking to Optimus. Very big different, like Omar also wrote. What you saw from Benov was a real unscripted demo, quirks and all. What you saw from Figure is a production demo video to help them raise money with the best take selected. The Figure robot stood in one place doing pick and place tasks. Optimus talked to the visitor, knew where there was Coke, knew how to get there and started walking there. It was cautious, because in real world it's important not to hit other people walking around the office. Nicola made a lot of great demo videos too, but there is a big difference between making an impressive video and making an impressive product. I am not saying that Figure isn't making a great product here, just saying that the two videos are simply not comparable. And I don't think this Optimus robot here is Gen 3, just another Gen 2 with gold paint and some mannequin hands. So don't take too much away from this little video of the Tesla robot. I don't think we are looking at the Gen 3, but just a fun prototype Tesla has walking around the office. And let's squeeze in the last short news topics into this news show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla shorts. Joe Tagmeyer shared some cool news, big news concerning operational changes at Giga Texas, including a push for more public ventures and option for direct vehicle deliveries from the factory. Customers' direct vehicle deliveries have already been happening at a small level from Giga Texas for a few months. This also includes the first fully autonomous delivery across Austin. A new customer direct delivery center will be open to the public and will be used for customers who opt for this instead of autonomous deliveries to their house. Discussions continues about the potential second Boring Company tunnel for Model Y transits from the factory to the end-of-line facility. The debate is ongoing, but I think we will see a tunnel at some point. Very cool. And don't forget, if you like travel and adventure, check out my other YouTube channel, Nomadic, that has just released the second part of our amazing road trip adventure in Sri Lanka in 2 tuk-tuks. Definitely check it out. I will leave a link down below. And we have some reviews coming out of Australia about Tesla's full self-driving supervised. As Tech AU wrote, more than 1,000 kilometers driven on full self-driving supervised in Victoria, Australia over the past week. I converted a lot already, but there is more to write, more videos to edit, including a hook turn. The overall experience of full self-driving on the first Australian build is unbelievably impressive. It's not without bugs that'll no doubt be resolved in the future updates, but the system's ability to traverse the incredibly diverse roads and other VRUs is simply stunning. While cautious, the car confidently navigates the city streets, roundabout and much more. Seriously impressed and excited for the future after getting a taste of it. And this is not the only one that was very impressed with Tesla's full self-driving supervised in Australia. In this video, full self-driving stopped for a mom and her kid crossing the street, then self-parked.
Smooth. So we've got a lady with a kid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's good because that kid. Yeah.
So it's given them.
That's very good. Good job. Because she thanks us. Yeah.
Well, but she didn't. She thanked us, but she's effectively thanking the machine. That's
she's thanking. She's thanking a black box, the model that Tesla has trained. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the AI. Yeah. Essentially. Yeah.
All right. So let's see if it pulls into this car park. This car park, I don't even bring my car in here, so I'm taking your. I don't park in here because it's slightly hectic sometimes. Oh no, but there's lots of spots. All right, but where are you going to take us?
So I don't think it's actually going to park.
This is so good. No, that's fine.
So I think we will literally just probably
stop
come
us
up,
right at the entrance.
Yeah, stop near the entrance. But we'll see.
But there's people around.
So
is it going to think that these guys are going to step out in front of
yeah, so it looks like they're just standing there, but it doesn't look like they're ready to cross the road.
Oh wait, hang on. What are you doing, bro? You want to? Oh, you want to?
Okay, it's made a lie. It's made a lie out of me. It's trying to park.
Oh, is it all good? Oh, is it fine with that one?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
It's close, but
you should put your hands up so they see no hands. Oh. Okay. This guy's having a look.
So it's actually parked. There you go.
Wait, let's. Oh, good job! Yeah, good job.
All right, next destination.
And we had yet another study show what we already knew. But just to hammer the point home, as we unfortunately still have some very misinformed people out there. New study proves EVs are always cleaner than gas cars. What do you know? An electric truck with 300 miles of range emits 37% less CO2 than an ICE-only small car over the course of its life, according to research. And as they wrote in this article, where this research is especially eye-opening is when comparing, say, the most efficient purely internal combustion or mid-hybrid vehicle to a large electric SUV or pickup equivalent with a big battery. The heaviest, largest EV still emits just 71% as much carbon dioxide as a compact that burns only gas. So yes, as shocking as this might be, considering a 7,000-pound Rivian R1T is less damaging to the environment than a normal Honda Civic over its life cycle. Not shocking at all, but nice with yet another study showing this. And then, when we take recycling of batteries into the calculation, as Transport and Environment has shown in their studies as well, there is no argument left for ICE cars at all, as the BEVs then use 300 to 400 times less resources from the ground as an ICE car when recycling is taken into calculation. And I showed that Tesla in Norway was heading for a new sales record as well in my Overflow News show, but Tesla is actually beating another record in Norway as well, as Roland shared on X. With over 81,229 sales, the Tesla Model Y has today surpassed the Nissan Leaf to become the best-selling EV of all time in Norway. And the Model Y is also this year's bestseller. Yep, and on the chart you can also see the orange there is this year's sales, so you can easily see just how much better Tesla's Model Y is doing compared to anything else from the competition. It's not even close. And Tesla is inviting people to an owner's brunch at the Tesla Diner in Hollywood on September the 6th from 8 to 11 a.m. Thank you for being a loyal Tesla owner. To show our appreciation, we would like to invite you to join us at Tesla Diner for an owners-only brunch on Saturday. You will have a chance to enjoy our all-in-one charging diner and drive-in experience with other early owners with discounted food, limited giveaways, and a look at our newest Model S and X trims. Nice. And we have talked about how Tesla cars are just insane value for money. And the Tesla Newswire just shared this specs comparison between the Tesla Model Y Performance and the Porsche Macan. And as you can see, they are very close in terms of specs, the 0 to 60 time and top speed. The Macan is just a little bit quicker, but the Tesla has a bit more range, even though the battery is quite smaller. But Tesla's SUV has a lot more cargo space, and Tesla has a lot of stuff that comes standard, where you have to pay extra with the Porsche, like heated and ventilated seat, phone key, and autopilot. And then Tesla's Model Y is of course ready for full self-driving. The Macan will never be able to do that, but the starting price of the Model Y Performance is $62,000 and the Porsche is $119,000. No wonder that Porsche is struggling a bit with their sales. And Tesla has officially showed off that Tesla's cars in Berlin factory is now driving unsupervised to their destination. They stop by an on-site supercharger, then park in the outbound lot. And that man putting the charging cable in will probably get replaced by an Optimus robot in the future, as that seems like a boring, repetitive job. But Karina Dallas also shared the news and wrote, "The only place in Europe where our cars are allowed to drive themselves, Giga Berlin. UNECE, why are you sabotaging innovation and safety?" Yes, still waiting on an answer on that one. And Nicholas shared Toyota to produce first battery electric car in Europe at Czech plant. Toyota said it will build an electric vehicle at its first factory in Czech Republic, its first fully electric model to be made in Europe, and would also invest in new battery assembly facility at the plant. Nice. And Neuralink shared, we just completed 2 surgeries in Canada, our first procedure outside the United States. This marked an important step towards bringing our technology to more people around the world. Very cool. And Tesla Energy shared this little video and wrote 1 million Powerwalls installed worldwide. And Alex also wrote, breaking, Lars Marari informed today, Wednesday, doing an online press conference about a new Tesla R&D center in Berlin. Tesla want to convert an empty factory in southeast Berlin near Giga Berlin into a development center at a cost of many millions. From 2026, up to 250 engineers and technicians are to work on new models and batteries there. The property in Köpenick is an empty factory where preparations are already underway. The size, the energy supply, and also the location, particularly with regards to the factory in Grünheide, are all in favor of the property. Another reason is the proximity to Berlin's university. Elon had already held the prospect of the Design and Development Center in Berlin in November 2019 when he announced the plans for a factory in Brandenburg, and is now being implemented. Tesla is sometime late, but always delivers. And before we end off with a bit of fun, I just want to make a quick shout out to my newest supporters of this channel. My new YouTube members, Grok, welcome Grok, and Jared, and my new Patreon producer, Teddy Dibble. Thank you so much for all your support. I am doing this all by myself, but you guys are all the producers of this show. Thank you. And let's end off with a bit of fun. It's important with some quick reactions when you realize, nope, I'm not supposed to be here. That is all we have time for in this new show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help this video out a lot so others can find it on YouTube. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. And if you're already a subscriber to the channel, thank you so much for the support. But if you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of this channel or become a member of the YouTube channel to get a shout out as some extra perks like early access, ad-free versions of my videos, exclusive videos. So hit the members button or check out Patreon to find out more. And don't forget to follow me on X. I post pretty much all the news as it comes out and a lot more. And check out the merch store to get some merchandise and support the show. It is also possible to support the show without becoming a member or a patron. There is a donation option down below or on my website bestintesla.com. You can also become an executive producer and get news articles, exclusive videos, behind the scenes, and access to all my research charts and spreadsheets also on bestintesla.com, or as simple as hitting the super like button. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.